What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just finished watching Apple's WWDC 2026 for the summer, where they showcase the next updates for iOS 27. And if I'm going to be honest, it was a pretty mixed bag for me. The WWDC covered three essential aspects, being performance improvement, trust and safety, and a massive overhaul to Apple Intelligence in Siri. So in this video, I'm going to give you my thoughts on WWDC for 2026 based on the three aspects and give you my overall thoughts at the end of the video. Without any further ado, let's get straight onto the video. So WWDC first started off with platform improvements in iOS 27, and they described it as it being a refined version of iOS 26, adding stability and performance improvements in iOS 27. One of the things they are improving upon in iOS 27 is the liquid glass redesign in iOS 26. Some people didn't like the liquid glass design in iOS 26, but in iOS 27, they're basically expanding on what they did with iOS 26, adding more customization features in iOS 27. Me personally, I didn't care about the liquid glass. All I care about is if the phone is good and it's usable. So the liquid glass redesign didn't really do anything to me. And the customization options in iOS 26 is something I'm kind of looking forward to. I'm just looking forward to see how I can customize, how clear and tinted I would like my apps to be on iOS 27, and also seeing how I can customize the app icons. I'm not really much of a app icon customizer, but I really want to try more of that in the newest iOS 27 update coming forward. So the customization in iOS 26, not really excited about it, but really looking to see how I can customize it and use it the way I want to use my iPhone. And for any of you guys wondering if I'm installing the public beta version of iOS 27, no, I'm not getting the public beta version. This due to it having a lot of bugs and me hearing about it messing up your battery life and heating up your phone too much. So I don't really want to risk it. I rather must prefer waiting for the official version of iOS 27 to be released so I can see the full capabilities of what they promised upon and what was actually in the newest update. So really looking forward to it. And I also like how they are prioritizing older devices with it supporting iPhone 11. Yes, iPhone 11 came out 6 years ago. 2019? Not 6 years ago. No, 7 years ago. It came out 7 years ago in 2019. So if you're a person watching this video and have an iPhone 11, you're safe for now. And they're also claiming that app loadings are more faster in iOS 27. Photos app loading is 70% faster. App loading is 30% faster, and airdrops is 80% faster in iOS 27. So I'm really looking to see how I can test the claims in iOS 27 and see if what they're claiming is actually true from the reality. But yeah, it really makes sense that iOS 27 is considered more of a stability and performance refinement over to iOS 26, and I'm really looking forward to using iOS 27 on my devices, my iPhone 14 Pro Max, and my other devices. So all in all, performance improvements, mostly a stability and performance improvement over the previous model, iOS 26. Now, when it comes to trust and safety, there's a lot of upgrades covered a lot in that section. There's new features such as communication safety, such as blurring sensitive content, things that are not appropriate for the viewer. Child account creation, screen time improvements such as setting a limit to how long a child can use the app and asking to browse, basically giving permission for the parent to approve a website the child is trying to visit. This part wasn't really the most exciting for me, honestly. The privacy features in iOS 26 work for me well, and iOS 27 is basically adding more features to enhance their privacy since Apple prides itself on privacy so much. But if you're a person, if you're a parent with a child, there are a lot of upgrades. And if I'm going to be honest, the child account creation in iOS 27 is low-key a marketing ploy for Apple to get parents to purchase their children an iPhone. And it makes sense considering most kids use iPhone nowadays. So for me, nothing really exciting, but for any parent with a child, lots of upgrades made in the trust and safety section. And the child account creation, low key marketing ploy for Apple to persuade parents to buy an iPhone for their child. So nothing really much exciting. And finally, the biggest upgrade in iOS 27 has many people, including people in Apple, consider it the biggest upgrade is Apple Intelligence and Siri. And it's no surprise to me that iOS 27 is focusing on Siri and Apple Intelligence. Siri has been lacking for almost a decade, and most of its competitors have been catching up to it. To be honest, I don't know why Apple did anything with Siri over the past decade, considering the way the world is going on right now. But it's Apple as usual. Apple decided to partner with Google using Google Gemini models, and they decided to use their model to create their own private cloud computing software and adding it to their Apple foundational model. And basically it's a whole architecture with a lot of stuff. I'm not going to cover everything in the video. You guys can check out WWDC for yourself. But the new Apple Intelligence includes lots of new features such as personal context understanding, understanding you based on your context, what you like to do, other stuff like that. Broad world knowledge and on-screen awareness on your devices, your Apple devices, such as your iPhone, iPad, MacBook. And the most defining part is the mixing Siri and Apple Intelligence and creating a standalone app, calling it Siri AI, a standalone app, which is something they should have done a long time ago, but it's Apple as usual. And basically, they added a lot of improvements into it, making it a more capable assistant, a more better at conversations, and making it more refined than the previous Siri models we've seen. And we've seen it in WWDC where they showcased the improvements they made, such as it being in photos, shortcuts, applications, all of that, which you can check in the video. I'm not really going to explain everything. They basically showcased the improvements Siri AI has had in basically every device: iPhone, iPad, Mac, Apple Watch, Vision Pro, and this showing how it's basically been a improvement over the past models and how they're changing it in iOS 27. So I think this is a step in the right direction, and rebuilding Siri and making it more capable and more competitive with other AI models such as ChatGPT, Claude, and Gemini. But what I don't like,
I found this on the web.
oh my bad, what I don't like about the next iOS update, iOS 27, is Siri AI not supporting my models. So if you know, Siri AI is only going to be available on select models, and when I checked the website, it's only going to be available in the iPhone 16, the iPad with the M3 with an M3 chip and above, and the MacBooks with a M3 chip of above. So basically, the only devices that will be supporting Siri AI is my MacBook Pro M5 and the Apple Watch Ultra 2. I really wish Siri AI was in the iPhone 14 Pro Max and my iPad, but due to RAM constraints and them testing it, they couldn't make it compatible. So I really wished they could have included capability in those models, but Unfortunately, it's Apple and they want to get your money. So overall, a huge refinement on Siri AI, and I'm really looking forward to see what they can do with it with iOS 27 and above. So overall, I'll give WWDC a 6.5 out of 10. And the only reason why I rated this is because I like how they're focusing on performance and stability improvements, especially across older models. I also like how they're making improvements into app loading across older models, and also supporting iPhone 11, which is a very old device, 7 years old. But yeah, I really like the performance and stability upgrades with iOS 27. I didn't really care for the trust and safety features in iOS 27 since the privacy features in iOS 26 are doing me well. So the new features in trust and safety in iOS 27 not really helping me out that much, but it's a huge improvement in with parents with regards to child account creation and screen time. Apple Intelligence and Siri, I don't know, I don't really know what to say much about that. It's not really compatible with the devices I use the most. It's not really compatible with my main devices, my iPhone, my iPad. But I'm really looking forward to see what I can do, what I can use Apple Intelligence and Siri on my MacBook Pro M5 and my Apple Watch Ultra 2. I don't really know how I'm going to use Apple Intelligence Siri on my Apple Watch, but really looking forward to see how I can use that. The improvements in Apple Intelligence and Siri was basically what we've been asking Apple to do for a while, and with it not being supported on my previous devices, I'm not really worried, as I have AI alternatives such as ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. So the improvements in Apple Intelligence and Siri, not really groundbreaking for me, but looking forward to see how is implemented and used across with different individuals in iOS 27. So all in all, iOS 27 is basically a performance and stability improvement, a refined version of iOS 26. So what do you guys think about iOS 27? Let me know down in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and press the notification bell to stay on top of my videos. And also share this video to anyone that is interested in technology content. I greatly appreciate it. But with that being said, that is the end of the video, and I'll catch you guys later. This is Kevin Jagada, signing out.